Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. I am your gracious host, Super 89, baby. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? In today's podcast episode, we're gonna talk about why do people support people who don't have any love for you? You know what I'm saying? Who don't rock with you? And this is for people who, want to support people like Michael Jordan, man. Why do people support people like Michael Jordan? And, show LeBron James so much hate. I mean, Michael Jordan has never once supported anybody, not alone his own people. Michael Jordan has never did anything for the melanated people. Never. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. I was a Michael Jordan fan from afar. My guy coming up was Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley and Akeem Olajuwon and Patrick Ewing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm a Knicks fan first. But, you can't deny what Charles Barkley brought to the NBA. Akeem Olajuwon, at his prime, and Charles Barkley in his prime, what they brought to the game, man. They were top tier players. David Robinson was another top tier player who got a lot of hate. It seems like the good guys get hate, man. You know what I mean? And the villain gets all the praise, all the love. People support the villain all the time. And I see Michael Jordan as a villain, man. You know what I mean? It's my opinion. And, I have never bought a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers ever. Never wanted to, never, you know what I mean? Just never wanted to. Never wanted to rock a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers. And I don't understand for the life of me, why people continue to support Michael Jordan's sneaker brand. Why? He has done nothing for you. And, people have, stolen these sneakers from people. People lost their life over these sneakers. You gotta wonder, for somebody who has a brand that's that dangerous to where young kids are losing their life over this sneaker. Not just young kids, adults are losing their lives over the sneakers. People, have been robbed for these sneakers, and a person will continue to support that. And that's Michael Jordan. That shows you right there that he has no love for you, Michael Jordan, man. Know what I mean? Michael Jordan. And not once has Michael Jordan ever supported anybody. And he's never supported his people. Never. So why would you support a brand and a person that don't support you? And this goes along with other designer brands that don't have no love for you. People support all these designer brands, and these designer brands don't rock with you, and you support them. And you would turn your head to a sister or brother who has a business. You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing. They got some fly stuff that a lot of entertainers could put them on the map and get their stuff really popping quickly, but they won't do it. But they'll support Gucci. They'll support all these other brands. You know what I'm saying? Who don't have no love for you. None. Know what I mean? A lot of these designer clothes brands don't even want us rocking these clothes. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want us wearing them. Like Tommy Hilfiger was one of them. He didn't want us wearing their brands. There's a lot of brands out there that don't want us, rocking their stuff. And we support these brands on the regular, and they just don't understand it for the life of me. Like, I've been stopped, supporting Nike, and ever since that whole thing with Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? I don't rock with Adidas anymore. You know what I mean? I don't support that no more. We have to be on the same accord and start, if they have an issue with one, they have an issue with all. You know what I'm saying? Just like the rest of the world moves. You know what I mean? And we have to support each other. That's the only way you're going to get growth. You can't get growth as individuals. And that's how we've been rocking for the longest, as individuals. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to see people, do their thing individually, but it's not going to work that way. Individualism never works. Never works. You never seen it work. So we have to get off that. I want to be queen of the mountain all by myself. I want to be king of the mountain all by myself. There's no such thing as doing things dolo. Like, nobody succeeds dolo. Even, I'm gonna give some examples, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of the richest men in the world don't do it by themselves. You got million and billionaires out here, 500 worth 500 and billions, and know what I mean? They don't do it dolo. They have a team, you know what I'm saying? Accountants, they have secretaries, they have writers, they have this, they have the lawyers. Like, they don't do it dolo. Nobody does it dolo. Nobody reaches a level of success like Warren Buffett dolo. And Warren Buffett didn't do it by himself either. Nobody does it by themselves. And that's the misconception with financial success, that people do it by themselves. Now, don't get it twisted. There are like small little people, not small little people, but people on a lower level, doing it by themselves. Of course, yeah, you got your little people on the lower levels of things doing it by themselves. But when you reach up there into the upper echelons of success, like Jay-Z and all them cats, you don't do that by yourself. They don't do it dolo. Know what I mean? They have people, that it's on the payroll to help them grow and reach financial success. You know what I'm saying? And, again, nobody does it dolo, man. But for the life of me, people still rocking Jordans in 2023 and beyond, I don't understand it. For a guy who don't have no love for you at all. Where is Michael Jordan's schools at? You know what I'm saying? For the community that he came up in. Did he open up any schools? Did he open up any banks or anything like that? See, these entertainers, they flash all this money, Floyd Mayweather and all these cats, you know what I'm saying, flashing all this money, but they don't do anything to bring anything back to the community. Nothing at all. Flashing money and being flashy, that's not success. Success is when you have a certain amount of financial security, or security, and you bring other people along with you. You know what I mean? You open the doors for other people. Even though I don't think Kevin Hart's that funny, but Kevin Hart putting mad people on. That's success. When you can put others on and make them successful, that's success. That's success. And like I said, Kevin Hart, I'm not a big fan of his stand-up. I don't think he's that funny. And not only that, he has a team of writers. Even Kevin Hart's success, he didn't do it by himself. He didn't do it dolo. You know what I'm saying? He has a team of writers. And he has people that on his payroll helping him grow. You don't do it by yourself. That's farce. You don't do anything financially by yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Most successful people have somebody to support them, whether it's their wife or their husband. And most millionaires are married. You dig what I'm saying? And that's another thing. People don't look to connect with somebody on the same level as you, or has the same goals and aspirations as you, to link up with them and marry them and build something together. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to get together and build anything anymore. You know what I mean? They see marriage as a waste of time. You dig what I'm saying? And from a financial standpoint, I can understand why people don't want to get married, because it's more of a contract than anything. You know what I mean? But there's ways around that too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get a marriage license to be married to somebody. There's ways around that. You know what I'm saying? And people do it every day. You dig what I'm saying? There's ways around that. All you gotta do, if you look at get married or something like that, all you gotta do is, whoever wants to take on your last name or vice versa, you go and get that changed. You know what I'm saying? Downtown or whatever. You know what I mean? You write up your own contract. You dig? You write up your own contract. You get your own contract written up. You dig what I'm saying? And take it from there. That's just on the low end. There's other ways around that too as well. But you get a lawyer, write your own contract. You don't have to deal with the marriage license and nothing like that. That's just some bullshit. You don't need the marriage license. That's some bullshit. There's ways around that. There's ways around that. You don't have to get that mess, and people do it every day. A lot of people, get married and they keep their last name for tax purposes, so they don't have to pay more in taxes. Because when you get married, you have to pay more in taxes. It's because of the marriage license. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the marriage license. You don't need that to get married. But what I'm saying is, nobody wants to come together and work together and build, man. You know what I'm saying? You find you a lady or vice versa. Find you a man you guys got the same goals and aspirations, and you get busy and you get to it. You know what I'm saying? You get to it. And that's what it takes. But back to my original point, it's just like people supporting Mike, and Mike don't support nobody. Who do Michael Jordan support? Who do Michael Jordan support? What do he do for the kids? Has he done anything from where he's from? I forgot where he's from. I think he's from South Carolina. I think. No. Mike is from Is he from New York? I don't remember, man. I'm not a Michael Jordan fan. I don't remember. But people, support Mike. Now, flip side of this. Now, Mike is the villain. He don't do nothing for nobody. He don't do nothing for the kids. He hasn't opened up a school. Mike got all this bread. He hasn't opened up a school for the kids where he's from. He hasn't opened up a grocery store where he's from. He hasn't opened up a bank where he's from. Same with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather around here flashing all his bread. He hasn't opened up a school. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't opened up a grocery store. He hasn't even opened up a gas station, a bank, anything. Know what I mean? And this is why, as a group of people, we have not grown as a group of people financially. You know what I'm saying? It's because these entertainers be walking around here flashing all this bread. A lot of them be fronting. A lot of them don't get money like that. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. A lot of them don't get money like that. They be fronting, you know what I'm saying, for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? If they tell you one number, it's way below that. You dig what I'm saying? I don't believe Floyd got all that money that he got, you know what I'm saying, from boxing. I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Because if he did, why you still amateur boxing? Why you still doing exhibition boxing? For what? If you got that type of bread, you can move on to other business adventures and get bread there. Like, why are you still doing it? Like, I don't get it. And people will support Floyd Mayweather. What has Floyd Mayweather done for the people? Nothing. Who has Floyd Mayweather put on, you know what I'm saying, that's successful? Adrian Boner? Maybe. You know what I mean? But they fell out. Where's he at? Floyd don't really have nothing to do with that. But, I'm just giving an example, guys. Like, people need to stop following these entertainers, man. People need to stop showing love to people who don't show love back. These entertainers take, and they don't never give nothing back. You're supposed to give back, man, period. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to give back. And I'm not talking about, handing out some stupid frozen turkeys, man. That's not giving back. You know what I'm saying? Where's the community centers for the kids? Where's the schools for the kids? Like, you dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I believe in education, not college. I believe in strengthening our education system through schools that are controlled by us and through curriculum that is controlled by us, not public schooling. I don't believe in public schooling too much, and that's just my opinion. I don't believe in the public school system. You know what I mean? That's a bunch of brainwashing type stuff. Public school system, college, a lot of that curriculum in college is to make you into a worker bee. You know what I'm saying? It's not these schools, these colleges, and these grade schools prepare you to be a worker bee. They do not prepare you to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs don't go to college, never finish grade school, and they got millions and billions. It's because they weren't brainwashed by that school system. That's why we need our own schools. I believe we need our own schools. I believe we need our own schools with our where kids can learn their true history. You know what I'm saying? Where kids can learn the way how we teach curriculum. You dig what I'm saying? Because us as a people and the knowledge coming from Kemet, we got a whole different wave of teaching education. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers are deep into the Kemetic science and all that. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. So, that would be very beneficial to somebody, a young kid coming up in the game that's young and don't, know who they are. You know what I mean? So I believe we need our own schools, man. It all starts with the youth in schools, but not just any old school and any old curriculum and the typical curriculum that's taught in public schools. We need our own curriculum and our own, way of teaching and processing information with our own schools. We need our own schools. We need our own grocery stores. We need our own banks. We need all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see none of these entertainers, putting in that cause to grow that way. You dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna go to the flip side. So now we got Michael Jordan. He's the villain. Now, LeBron James is an entertainer, an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the good guy. Now, peep game how people treat good people. Now, LeBron James, you never heard one bad thing about LeBron James. Never heard a bad thing about LeBron James. You never heard about LeBron James, getting in any type of scandal, know what I'm saying, doing any type of drugs, cheating on his wife, know what I'm saying? His wife, which is somebody he met in high school and married, all right? A sister, all right? Not saying that, he had to, not saying I have an issue with anything else, but I'm just saying, she's a sister, you know what I'm saying? All right? Now, Michael Jordan, on the other hand, caught up in mad scandal, cheating on his wife. He was in that scandal for gambling. People forget that. You know what I'm saying? That's why Mike ran to play baseball, because he was getting ready to crack down on Mike for that gambling. You dig what I'm saying? Allegedly, he was getting into gambling with the NBA and all that stuff, and allegedly throwing games, you know what I'm saying, with the NBA and all that. Know what I mean? So, then you notice when all these gambling allegations came out, Michael ran to baseball. Then he lost his pops after all these allegations came out with him gambling. Then his pops passed away. Then he said he went to baseball because of his pops. Nah, Michael's getting ready to get into some serious trouble with that gambling. You know what I mean? So he ran to baseball. Was doing the baseball thing for a hot minute. And then he came back. It was all a game, man. Michael's getting ready to get into some serious trouble. Now, he's the villain. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, flip side. Have you heard of anything of like LeBron James getting into any type of scandal, gambling, anything like that, cheating on his wife or doing anything crazy? No, you haven't not heard one thing about LeBron James. What do you hear about LeBron James? LeBron James, kids where he's from in Akron, Ohio. I don't know how far that is from Cleveland or whatnot, but it's in the same vicinity, I guess. I'm not too sure, but he puts kids through college, pays for their tuition. I heard about that one time on the news, one time, and that was it. He puts kids through college every year. Every year he pays for their tuition. Look it up. He pays for their tuition. Have you heard of anything like that coming from Michael Jordan? No. But people love Michael Jordan. People say LeBron James is not clutch. Because he went to the final, 8 times, 9 times? I don't know the record precise. And he only won 4. Right? But do people forget? Before Scottie Pippen and them boys, Horace Grant, came to the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? People forget that Michael was getting his head rocked by the Pistons. He couldn't get past the Pistons. He tried to do it by himself. He couldn't do it. They were stumping a mud hole in him. People forget about that. They be acting like Michael Jordan is just and then boom, when he came back from retirement and he went to baseball and he came back for that second go round, know what I mean? Orlando Magic beat them in the Eastern Conference Finals. People forget that with Shaq, a rookie. I think it was a rookie Shaq or second year Shaq. People forget that. You know what I'm saying? They acting like Michael Jordan just never lost. Michael Jordan lost some games, man. I seen his whole career. You know what I'm saying? I seen his whole career, and it was just like, if it wasn't for Scotty and Horace Grant and them boys, Michael and Dennis Rodman, and who else was on that team? Ron Harper. People forget about how important Ron Harper was to that team that went what was it, 72-2 or something like that. Ron Harper was a big part of that. You know what I mean? Who else played on those teams, man? I mean, I don't even remember, man. It's so long ago, but Mike is Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I seen a video months ago. Mike was getting out a Lamborghini and some people were recording him and they were like, "Hey, Mike." They're like, yo, Mike. And Mike flipped him the bird, I think, and said, "Stop recording me." He's just like he's not the type of person that's approachable. He's prickish. You know what I'm saying? He's prickish. And a lot of people say Mike is prickish, man, when you meet him. You know, these people who are huge fans, you know, a lot of people, Michael Jordan is their hero. So when they meet him, you know what I'm saying, it's just like a big deal. You know, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I can care less. But it's a big deal to a lot of people because a lot of people, you know, look up to Mike. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but a lot of people look up to Mike. Out of all the entertainers, I definitely want to look up to Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't rock with us. He don't rock with nobody. I don't think Michael really rock with anybody, honestly. But he definitely don't rock with us. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done absolutely nothing for us. But on the flip side, you got the good guy, LeBron James. And everybody has something bad to say about LeBron James, man. He's not clutch. He lost mad games in the finals. Did you see the team that he took to the finals? When he first came in the league, those Cleveland teams, yes, the East was weak, but did you see those Cleveland teams? I mean, really. And he did that all by himself. You know what I mean? He did it all by himself. And which, I believe in the finals when he played the Spurs, I think he almost beat the Spurs or something like that. He won 2 games. One of those finals, he been to so many, I can't remember, man. One of those games with the Spurs, he beat them twice or something like that, all by himself or something crazy. You know, and how can you say LeBron is not clutch? LeBron has always been a pass first player. You know, he's more like I don't know why people even, you know, compare the two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron is a totally different player. He plays a totally different position. He's a pass first player. He's like Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But just way more skilled and way more physical and way more talented. You know what I'm saying? And Michael is a shoot first player. You know what I'm saying? He became more of a passion player later on in his career, but he was never a pass first player. Michael was always a shoot first player. You know what I'm saying? He was a shooting guard. So, you know, LeBron has always been a pass first player. So I don't even get why people compare the two. Two different styles, two different types of style of game, man. And I'm in a little bit that LeBron, I feel like LeBron never wanted to take that final shot until he went to the Miami Heat and he played there for 3 years. And he played with Dwayne Wade and them cats and Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? And once he played with them cats and he seen how Dwayne Wade took over games, that's when LeBron became who he is today. And LeBron has games under his belt where he took the last shot and won the game for his team. So I don't understand why people are not calling him clutch. He's the all-time scoring leader. Like, I mean, you can't take that away. Know what I mean? You can't take that away from LeBron. And being that LeBron is the good guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, when he went to Miami, he was the villain for a second. You know what I'm saying? He was the villain, and because he left and did what he wanted to do, he wanted to go to Miami and win a championship, and he had every right to leave Cleveland at that time if he wanted to. The ownership let him down at that time. They didn't give him the supporting cast that he needed to get over the hump. And the ownership at the time wanted to be cheap and relied just on him to make everything happen. So he left and he got his 2 rings and he went back to Cleveland and he did what he said he was going to do, was win the championship. And he did that. You know what I mean? Like, how many players he took 3 teams to the finals and won. He took Miami to the finals and won 2 championships. He took Cleveland to the finals and won a championship. And he took the Lakers to the finals and won a championship. How many players can do that or have done that? Besides, what's that cat's name? Mr. Clutch. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he's the guy who used to play for Houston. He was always around championship teams, and then they always needed him for a big shot. Greg Horry, I think his name. I can't remember. But, the good guy always gets the beat down publicly, and the villain always wins. You know what I'm saying? Americans, for the most part, we backwards. We'll respect the villain and then disrespect the good guy. You know what I mean? And try to take advantage of the good guy or the good lady, and just do all types of crazy stuff. Talk about them crazy, and all the good person wanted to do was do their job and go home. But people won't do that same thing to the villain. They'll respect the villain, you know what I mean, and show the villain mad love. Americans love the villain, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't love the good guy, and LeBron's the good guy. From what I can see and from what I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I truly don't know what he do behind closed doors, but from what I see and what I see from the media and, him helping out kids go to college and paying for their tuition, I don't see a lot of players doing that. I don't see Michael Jordan doing that, but you guys are rocking his sneakers like it's no tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And showing him mad love in public and all that. He can care less about you. If he could, he'd probably spit in your face, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Like, why do people love Michael Jordan so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me personally, I don't even think he's the greatest player of all time. How could he be? You know what I mean? How could he be? He's not the greatest player of all time. You know what I'm saying? If it's about championships, then that would be Bill Russell. He's got the most championship. If it was about championships, that would be Bill Russell. Or if it's about the scoring title, that would have been Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, now it would be, you would have to say LeBron, because he has a scoring title now. So you would have to call LeBron the greatest of all time. If it's about scoring, it's about championships. He got 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got the scoring title and he's got championships. He got 4 championships. Even Mike couldn't do that. Even Mike couldn't get the scoring title. You know what I'm saying? Peep game, man. Like, yo, Mike at that age, body broke down. Crazy. Like, he had a bad knee. He can barely get up and down the court. He was having all types of issues. Like, Mike's body was breaking down by the time he was LeBron's age. LeBron is still effective in the game. LeBron is still putting up numbers. I know it's a totally different game, and people going to say, the game defensively is not the same and all that. Know what I mean? But, people want to make excuses. But again, every time, you know what I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I see a person with a pair of Michael Jordans, man, I just want to just shoot them joints right off their feet. Like, and just take them off, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it irks me, man. It irks me that people still rock with Michael Jordan after he does absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. And he won't. Because that's the type of person he is. He's a selfish person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those entertainers and athletes today are selfish. You know, a lot of things athletes did back in the day that these athletes won't even come close. Not unless it's putting shine on them and giving them more glory, I guess you can say. They won't move a finger. A lot of people selfish today, man. Just off the strength, a lot of people selfish. You know what I'm saying? Just people in general today are just very, very selfish. You know what I'm saying? And just naming all the stuff that you use every day that subliminally increases your selfishness. Look at the names of stuff. You got the iPhone. Don't that sound selfish? You got the iPad. Know what I mean? What does I stand for? Individual, self, just myself, nobody else. My iPhone, my iPad. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this whole world just is based off selfishness, and we need to get back to unity. We need to get back to, you know, doing things for the children, man. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna get that from Mike. You're gonna keep rocking his sneakers, keep making him richer, keep making Nike richer. You know what I mean? As they own stocks in privatized prisons. You know what I'm saying? So every time you put on a pair of Jordans and all that, the whole game is to get you to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? While these rich people make millions and trillions off you, copping these sneakers. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? I think supporting. I would never support nobody. Like, I would support LeBron. I would if I bought Nikes, I would definitely rock with LeBron James and support LeBron James off the strength. I don't even know what else he's doing behind the scenes. He could be doing more than that. I don't know. Like, I didn't really do the research, but I would support LeBron way before I would support a Michael Jordan sneaker. You know what I'm saying? And people don't even rock LeBrons. Like, they don't even think about rocking LeBrons. That's crazy. And LeBron is still playing. Jordan hasn't played since what? 2001? 2003? I mean, you know, I would rather rock a LeBron sneaker because he, off what I know, and him putting kids through college, I would definitely fund that than to fund somebody who tell me to go flip off if I see him in public or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, man. But, you know, do what you want, do what you will. But that's my opinion. I wouldn't support nobody like Michael Jordan. Never thought once about, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was younger and immature, I never even thought once about buying a pair of Jordans. I never wanted a pair of Jordans, you know what I'm saying? I was into like Filas, you know what I mean? Reeboks, Pumas. I did have Nike back then. I didn't know no better, you know. I had the Penny Hardaways and all that, you know what I'm saying? I had the Stack Houses back in the day. Never had a pair of AIs. I always wanted a pair of AIs, you know. Yeah. But that's my take, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Please share this with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But that's my take. I'm your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. 1.